And I do not want to put him in the category of Chris, but Joker. I'm afraid that by the time I finish watching Aries, he's going to look like Chris from season 12, to me. Yeah. Not quite Olajuwon, but yeah, they should all be able to get along with each other. And while I'm thinking about not Chris, but Clint and Aries together, this whole thing that they got about talking about sex, I'm going to maybe have to talk about that in the next episode. But yeah, it's just, every time now I hear Aries talk about sex, it's so disgusting to me. And I am sick of listening to Clint talk about sex. If I could go the rest of this time and they never talk about sex, I would actually be, very thankful. I mean, because it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm waiting on the delivery, so please be patient, with me. So yeah, Clint Aries. I'm still talking about, these two. The women want to be wooed. I mean, it's almost like they just think, they think that because they show up that our bodies are just supposed to be spontaneously moist because they showed up. Child, it's like all you have to do is be Clint, and therefore. And this is what I was going to say about people who review this show. If you hear somebody say that they would be interested in being in a relationship with Clint, then that means that they've never met a real man. And they can get mad at me. They can get mad at me all day. That means if you can't see what Clint is, then the problem, well, he has a problem, but they got one too. And they've never laid eyes on a real one. Oh my goodness. It's something to see. It really is something to see. So wishing, all women out there get a chance to have the aroma. Oh my God. I can't even describe it at this point. I'm just saying it's a very pleasurable, enjoyable experience. Whether, you're romantically involved with one or just whether you are able just to sit down and have a conversation with one. Both have their weight and worth of the time that you would spend to be around one. And yeah, I'm real thankful that the Lord gave me the opportunity, to do that. So trying to see, I don't know what I'm gonna title. Trying to see what my title is gonna be for here. So anyway, I thought that Clint and Gina would line, and the double talk that was saying, and this is I told you, Gina reminds me of Aries and Kirsten, and it was the same thing. She knows she didn't give 100%. Clint know damn well he didn't give 100%. He knows it. And for everybody's out there, well, what did Gina do? Well, you said Clint didn't do nothing. Well, what did Gina do? Well, Clint is supposed to be the man. And I would actually have done the same thing as Gina. If you the man, then show me what you got. It's like Eddie Murphy in that movie. It was in the movie Boomerang. Child, that's a good movie. Go back and look. When he was telling her, he's presenting his Mac Daddy vibe. And that's what, look, it is what it is. I didn't make the rules, okay? Use Clint. If he is the man, I should be able to see that. Because I love, it is such a joy to be around a guy that is just cool. You got your cool dudes, you got your serious, studious dudes. You have your more mature, dudes. I mean, there's so many different flavors of dudes out there. And just, they're not it. Yeah, they're not it. Airson Clint, I mean, the flatness that he does nothing. And the more they talk and the more they expose themselves to me, the less I see in them. And I actually thought that the suit that Clint had on was a better looking suit than the one that he got married in. I'm still mad about that suit. It was just so disrespectful. So he doesn't, and see, this is the kind of stuff that he didn't even realize. So when she said that he didn't have swag, she didn't need to even, I mean, I had already thought that. All the suits that was in that store, that's the best one that Clint could have showed up in at the wedding. When she was going to first lay eyes on him, and that's all he got. Didn't even go get a haircut. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about when I'm talking about women who say that they want to get with Clint. And what do I have written down? Because I need to get this done so I don't miss my this my delivery. Let's see. Yeah, I said Aries is a pure asshole. I love Jasmine dropping them dimes, girl. She started dropping dimes on Aries, and I am here for it, child. I want to hear the rest of the story. Come on, Jasmine, girl. Don't let me down. What else? I said, Kirsten, you snooze, you lose. I mean, don't come on. For all the people out there that's like Kirsten and Nate, don't come on this show talking about you want to be married at first sight and then start telling us how reserved you are. I don't even want to hear it. This is not this show. If you're reserved to the point that these people are reserved, then yeah. And that's why I love Jasmine. Because she was reserved appropriately. I mean, really appropriately. Because I ain't lying. There's no way in the world I've stayed up in the house for Aries that long. You already know. Child, I would probably beat Dominique. I would have beat Dominique. So I said, you snooze, you lose. But then on the other side, so to be fair to everybody who said that I hate on Kirsten, she did say that she didn't want somebody who was overcommitted. If you go back and you look at her when she's talking to his family at the brunch, she said that to them. And Shaq is overcommitted. Again, you overcommitted, child, this ain't the show for you. You're going to have to figure out how to go get your wife another way. She doesn't want a man, and she doesn't have to have this Shaq who spread himself out so thin. I mean, it's almost like being married to a FBI person or a doctor. You know, y'all can't even sit down and have dinner. The phone rang, he out the door because he's more married to the mission, you know, than sometimes, you know, he is to his own wife. And that's not the wife that Kirsten, you know, wants to be. So they would have to find some real balance, you know, in that. And, you know, I can see, like I said, you know, if I didn't say it before, the loneliness. I mean, I see the loneliness. I see rejection, too. You know, even though he is in a sorority. I don't know why I keep saying that. Even though he's in a fraternity, like with me being in the army, I mean, I was surrounded. I could be surrounded. I could go out now, and I could be surrounded by people. I mean, people all just from one side to the other. And I could still feel lonely. So for people who don't understand that, that's actually, I mean, that's a blessing. But you can't take that and then judge other people because they don't have that, you know, that kind of experience. I mean, when I am the most happy in a crowd is when I feel respected and understood. And, you know, I have great, you know, communications, you know, with the people around me, you know. That's when I feel connected, you know, all over the place. But when I'm not being heard, I'm not being understood, then it becomes, you know, it's really a chore. It's really, really a chore. I put myself in those situations because, you know, I want to learn how to, if there's a path, you know, way of understanding, you know, to at least be able to, even if I'm not having, you know, like the best time, to get the information, you know, I need and to go, you know, wherever it is that I need to go. And I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. I had to go and attend an orientation. It was very painful because the person that was presenting got on my nerves. Nice woman, really nice woman. Had nothing to do with why her voice and her mannerisms got on my nerves. It got on my nerves because I had a neighbor like that. Oh my God, this woman got on my nerves. Oh my Lord. And her mannerisms reminded me. It was like a PTSD, moment. But because I was able to have all that information, I said, okay, I'm here because I need information, and she has it. So I sat there with my mouth shut, wanting to bolt out of the room, while other people was in there asking questions. I wanted to be, oh, we gotta shut up, but I didn't. I kept my mouth shut and got the information I needed, and I benefited from it. So this is the kind of stuff I'm trying to, give you guys, that opportunity, to do as well. So anybody that heard that, thank you so much. So I see Kirsten, I see her, Shaq, he got too much going on. He got, the degree, he got the mentees, he got to go to church. He got to go see what his mama doing, and he got to plan, the 4th of July picnic, and, he just, yeah, and Kirsten, that's not the life she want to live, Shaq. And I ain't mad at, I ain't mad at her for it. I really am not. And two, one of the things, and I'm going to say it, I think that Shaq wanted Kirsten to be there as his trophy wife. And see, this is what the power couple thing that I hear Cal talking about. Because they both want to be that. Kirsten, she knows that she wants to wear the gala dress. She wants the diamonds hanging off her ears. And she wants to be able to have the little purse, in her hand. And she's walking the red carpet with the lights in it. She knows this is exactly what she wants. Okay? And I think that Shaq kind of understands it. I don't even know if he could give it to her if he wanted to. Because that's just that's not his lane. He's not about the glitz and the, having the, what is it? The tea parties and, this, that, and the third. He's more of we got a ball we need to go to, and he'll do that. But Child Kirsten, she wants to entertain. She wants to be, president of the PTA. She wants to go and meet over at the club, and have, she wants that. I can see her with a tiara on her head, that kind of stuff. And even when he was talking to her, I actually wrote this down. He said something about that she deserves to have all the charms that life has to offer. And that's exactly what I saw when I heard him, say that. So it's just really a shame. It's like the whole two ships, in the night, kind of thing. If they knew, then the whole situation, would be completely different. So I got down here with Kirsten. She dragged her behind with her family. She didn't give the man the opportunity at the altar. She blew off Memphis, and she isn't interested in his work the way that he wants his wife to be interested. And what I'm thinking about when I say that, it's like with a preacher. I never wanted to be a preacher's wife, which is so weird. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God, child, that's a whole different story. But for a preacher to have a wife, he would need someone that would be there to assist in his ministry. So she would have to understand that his work is for the Lord first. And she has to be okay with that. And that's just, I see that with Shaq. That's the kind of wife-husband situation, that he, is looking for. And Kirsten ain't that woman. Child, he gonna have to make sure he rent out the yacht. They're gonna have to be on Martha's Vineyard, okay? Because, yeah, he ain't gonna be able to satisfy her unless he over there. I mean, gonna have to take her to the top of the Sears Tower and the Empire State Building, and rent it all out and all that. Yeah, Shaq, you're gonna have to do that, okay? That is, her. And the sad part is, for both of them again, is even if they get that, I still don't see them being satisfied. And because that's not supposed to be the focus, you know, if they get that, if they were able, to have that as an opportunity, then that is the cream. That is the succulence, not something that you think that you deserve. I mean, when to me, being in San Francisco is the cream. It is when I was reading novels and I was thinking about the life and all of this, this is San Francisco for me. This is cream for me. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have been able to live out this part of my dream. So if I never do anything, else in life, I can say that I actually did. I have some accomplishments that I'm really, I appreciate, having. And so I hope that this is something. I love the Jasmine, and I am at 49 minutes. Okay, cool. So my delivery's coming, then I'm about to wrap up this video. So I really love that Jasmine. I think Gina said it, and Clint wants to get remarried. I'm sure Jasmine and Kirsten are probably open to getting remarried. So if they're open to trying this again, more knowledgeable and more seasoned, then I actually do. I hope that this was an experiment, worth having. And I know I wish this for Aries, because I think that if he hadn't gone through this experience, then he wouldn't have been able to have this opportunity to change the direction. So remember what I was saying, for myself, in order to get out from under the cloud that I've been living under, all these years, I want, like, doing this YouTube thing and whatever else, direction, a new one. Give me a new chance to do something new and get away from this mess, that I've always been, that's been following me like Pigpen. I think my Pigpen. Okay, so what else do I have here? Oh, okay, yeah. So I guess this will probably be the last. Yeah, this will be, because I don't have anything else written down. So I guess the last thing that I want to be able to potentiate, for whomever has lasted with me, for this long. I look at ignorance. So remember, I was talking about the experience, that I had when being rejected by the nurses that I saw, recently. The way that I felt like they looked down on me. I don't know what I said or what I did that made them feel as if they didn't want to be in a conversation with me. I don't. I kind of went back over it in my head, and I still don't know what I said or did. But it's like when you're out in San Francisco and you see homeless people, and you can automatically assume that most people, when they pass them, they look down, on them. And I actually don't. I love that. I love that about what I've learned. If I have money, I'll give it to them. I really honestly will. If I got money in my pocket, if I got whatever, if I got something that I can give, I give it. And if it's food, drink, whatever. I had a Starbucks card. I ran and be like, hey man, here. Just for somebody to show up, give you a $5, cup of coffee. And you might not, you might have been thinking, well, it could change somebody's, whole, life and perspective about, who we are as humans and how we're supposed to be down here, treating each other. So, ignorance is ignorance. So those women were educated, but they were ignorant. And that homeless person on the street is ignorant because they don't know. They don't know how to get up out of that mess that they're in. And where they at, it's going to take Jesus to get them off that street. I saw a dude, and I know I told this story before. His name is Rainier. And that joker, when I first came to San Francisco, that joker was wallowing on the street. Was wallowing on the street like he was in the bed. And one day, he got clarity. That joker was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I was looking at him like, what? It was insane. He got clarity. That boy got up off that concrete, called his family, and they brought him back home in his right mind. I was so thankful. He is the only person that I know of. And I'm praying for Gary. I am praying for that boy still. You have to go back on my other channel and listen to my story about Gary. But that joker's still out there on the street acting crazy. He think I am judging him, and I don't. I'm begging the Lord to save him and give him the opportunity that he gave Rainier. So, ignorance is ignorance. So, I mean, you may be doing it, with what? A nursing degree. But how are they any more knowledgeable, than Gary? So I see them both the same is what I'm trying to say. And I hope that gives a level of perspective about what I'm trying to say, that where we are. Even with everything that I know, child, it's still stuff I don't know. It is stuff that I don't know. And I'll be begging the Lord, please tell me. I'll be like, wisdom. I am so hungry and thirsty for wisdom. I don't even know what to do with myself. And I have to, if I don't know what I'm getting ready to do, I have to stop asking, okay, Lord, what are we doing? Because I don't want to make a wrong move. I don't want to make a move that is going to take me in a direction that's not going to give me benefit. So every time my mind tells me to have a break, I take it. So, this is Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 20. I haven't decided. I know that I'm going to go ahead and finish Decision Day, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the rest of the schedule. And I don't know if I'm mad at Lifetime about it or not. So, some people are mad that we have an extended schedule. And I haven't, I'll let you know later, or as I'm going along. So, this is something new. I wasn't expecting this. So, let me think about it and see, what I come up with. And I appreciate, everybody that's out there riding with me. And I will talk to you in the next video.